What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 28th day of July, and here we are with about 3 days, 22 hours left in the month, looking to find our highest monthly close we've ever seen in XRP's history here at $3.30 and probably beyond. I very much wouldn't be surprised if we saw an absolutely explosive end-of-month rally over the next 4 days, and going into August, we should see a very impressive month itself. We're up 47% this month, and I know there's a lot of people who are psyched about that, who think this is incredible. Oh my goodness, 46%, that's great. That's nothing. It's absolutely nothing, you guys. That's not that. If you're impressed by that, just you wait until August comes along, man. We're going to get a 300% month in August. If not 300%, a 200% month in August, 100% month in September, or something like that, right? It's gonna be massive. It's gonna be massive. Where we're going by the end of August is all the way up at $13 to $16 or more than that, right? We're going somewhere in that area though. That's my expectation between now and then. Bitcoin's moving up a little bit, isn't it? Pulling back a little bit too. If we're looking at it here on the 1 hour time frame. Let me clear out my throat real quick. Hold on. 1 hour time frame here. Looking at this on the MACD. MACD shaping up, looking good. Stochastics are overbought. We love to see it. And the RSI rejected the overbought zone, but came back up. We got 21 minutes left in this 1 hour time frame here, and we're looking like we've got a very nice bullish candle to break us out of this range. We're moving up, you guys. That was the low. Absolutely, that was the low. We moved sideways. Boom. We're ready to go, and go we shall. 4 hour time frame here. Looking at this, the RSI looks bullish, pointed to the upside. Overbought in the stochastics, which tends to promote growth, and the MACD is looking like it's ready to cross above the zero. As we cross above the zero with the oscillators here over the coming hours, over the coming days, we should see an explosive move, to say the least. I mean, if we take this from a high to a low, my expectation would be that between now and the end of this month of July, which, by the way, looking at this on the 4 hour time frame, I know that things can get a little bit skewed, but that's right about there. That's the end of July. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I mean, let's just see how fast this thing moves, right? We go here, we go there. Let's say we see a movement like that, because I think that's what we're going to get, right? Let's do it. We're at the low point here. Not like the low, but like the low point of where this move is really getting started to the high point there. We'll double click that, get rid of the extendo. Take it here. Not the low point here, but like the low point of where this move is really starting, low to high here. Let's put both of those, again, not at the low here, but the low of where the move is really getting started, which, if I'm assuming correctly, it might be here. Boom. Is this the same type? Look, they're basically identical. Boom. This one's a little bit bigger. So something above $4 by the end of this month. Is that too much to ask? I don't think so. I think we'll be there. Maybe we're at 420 by the end of this month. Maybe we see something even bigger. And that's not even the end of the month, right? That's on the 30th. We got a whole day after that. What if we're up higher? What if we are all the way up at 442 or higher? I really wouldn't be surprised in the least. By the way, looking at this here, just to get to that golden extension, that's a 27% pump between now and the next 4 days. XRP, right? You're up 47% this month. I'm not kidding when I say that's cute. If you're impressed by that, you're impressed by things that are not impressive. The impressive thing is going to be when we have a 200%, 300% month next month in August. Okay, that's what's going to be impressive. We're just getting started right here. We're revving up the engines. We're warming up, and it's going to be fantastic whenever it comes to fruition, you guys. Looking at this here, $1.19 now. 4 hour MACD getting ready to cross up. There's just some bullish premonitions going on, being overbought like this in the stochastics. I mean, if we reference this to back here we weren't crossing above the zero, but we were bouncing off the zero, getting some separation, continuing to grow. That's what that move was, right? One of those moves that we measured that could take us up above $4 by the end of the month. RSI at the beginning of this move was bouncing off the 50, coming up. We're bouncing off the 50, coming up, crossing that threshold. Stochastics were over. Actually, they weren't overbought, but here they're starting to get overbought right there. We got all the same things going on, except for instead of bouncing off the zero, we're looking to cross above the zero, which in my opinion is actually a more bullish signal. Looking at this one over here, bouncing off the 50. Stochastics got overbought here, not at the beginning of the move, but as the move is getting underway, which I would say we're getting underway right now. And the MACD was a lot more bullish there. But again, this was a smaller move than that first move was. So I think we're in a more bullish posturing here than either of those moves, actually. And I think that we are, especially because we've retraced here and we're in the midst of an overall large move in itself. I wouldn't be surprised if we did extend not just to $4, but $5, $6 in a very short amount of time. Now, by the end of July, no, probably not $5 or $6 by the end of July. But if we just measure this move from a low to a high, we put it at this low here just to get a little reference there. You know, what, late August? No. 20th of August, we're at 560. I doubt it, man. We're going to be at $5.60 faster. I would expect this move to be even faster. By the time it's the 20th, we're going to be up at $8, $9, $10. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be fantastic. And why? Because we're actually getting separation from this consolidation phase at that point. We're actually getting separation from this overall consolidation phase that we've been bound to for multiple cycles now, right? That's why. This is a fantastic looking bull flag right here. Moved up, flagged out right there. Bull flag. We're breaking out. We're in the midst of our breakout. And again, just to put it in the right words, I don't know, to put it in the right sense of mind, logic here, we spent over half a year, basically 3/4 of a year, consolidating. We're in our 4th week now after breaking out of that consolidation phase. Do you think we're done? We're not done. We're nowhere, from a price perspective, we're nowhere near done. From a time perspective, maybe we got a few more weeks to go or so. But XRP, a few weeks is a lot of growth whenever it is ripping and running. If we're looking at this from a bull flag perspective, from the low to the high here, we put that at the base of the flag itself right there. That measure move in itself takes us to $10. The thing about measure moves, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but measure moves are not requirements. They're just ideas, okay? It's an idea. You don't have to stop there. You can exceed it. You can fall short of it. But the only thing about this is this idea, 1056, it actually doesn't make a lot of sense. There's not a whole lot of significance at this area other than the fact it's $10. That's a nice psychological level of resistance, to be completely fair. Other than that, though, there's really not a lot of sense to be made for stopping in this area. It would make more sense to go all the way up to $13 to $16 because of relative fib targets. And whenever you compare this thing to the Bitcoin chart, it actually makes more sense that we go up to there. I don't want to do that now, but just we've overlaid XRP to BTC and input those calculations as far as where the XRP Bitcoin chart's going to go, compared it to the Bitcoin price, and it points to the same exact target area we're talking about. It even points to higher targets at times. Not at times, but in like the more bullish, optimistic kind of scenarios, where when we're taking the realistic or even pessimistic scenarios, we're looking at $11 at a minimum. We're looking at $13, $16, no problem, you guys. That's where we're going to go. Absolutely, that's where we're going to go. From a high here to a low. Come on now. Give me the low. Give me the low. High to low. Minimum target's 837. Just thinking out loud, did we spend one full bear market, one full bull market, 2 full bear markets, and part of a 3rd bull market? Did we spend multiple cycles in this range to stop at our first target? I don't think so either. No, I don't think so. So what's the next target? 1356. Little known fact about the 1414, typically you don't stop right at that line. You actually go just above it. You actually go just above it, typically. Typically. Doesn't mean you have to. We could stop right at it. Watch this be the time that you stop right at it. All these videos, man, that I've made tonight, he only comes out for XRP. He hears me talking about XRP. My cat, in case you didn't see him, you can play it back. He put his little paw up here. Like, let's see. Watch, I'm just going to do my thing. Let's see. Wait, oh, no, he's walking away. Like a cat, right? Whenever you be like, look, dance for me, monkey. He's like, nope, I'm going to come over here and sit. He's such a good boy. He's a little golden cat, you guys. I love. They were like orangish, but they're golden. They're like little blonde cats. Anyways, they're not little, actually, man. They're very big. By the way, totally different note, but the way that I had them brought up, I thought in my head, I'm like, you know what? I'll get them neutered, but I'll get them neutered later. I know a lot of people want to get their cats neutered early on because it's like less traumatic. I don't know if that's true or not, right? I think it's just as traumatic at a young age as it is at an older age. I have a point, okay? You wait till they're like a year or 2 years old. That way they got their testosterone pumping, makes them bigger, right? Imagine like a man, like a boy. If you were a eunuch from boyhood, you're probably not going to be as dense, muscular. You're not going to have as much muscle on you, right? But if it happens later in life, you know, like you get a vasectomy or something, you've got all your hormones and everything. It's not the same thing, a vasectomy and getting neutered, I know, but I'm just on a whole different tangent there, guys. You want big cats? Get them neutered later, okay? That's all I'm trying to say. You want big, strong cats that won't get picked up by a hawk outside. I mean, genetics play into that a little bit too, but you gotta let them keep their mojo. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, back to business. $14 is probably the area that we go to, somewhere around here. I doubt we run all the way up to $27, but guys, wouldn't that be crazy? I mean, the only thing here, man, if I'm wrong about XRP, it's not that we're going to stop to the downside. It's that we only go higher. But again, I don't think XRP. I mean, what? You're going to pull a 7x and 8x move between now and the end of August or September? I don't know, man. We're getting crazy here. We're getting crazy. You'll see that. Yes, you will see that by the end of this year. You'll even see higher prices than that by the end of this year. Certainly by the end of the cycle, but by the end of August, I'm thinking that will be around 14 to 16 bucks personally, $13 at least, right? Something in that area. You're at 328 now. Sorry I got on the tangent of cats. I know not everybody's a cat person. You know, I'm a dog person, really. But I'm an animal person more than anything. And these guys needed me, man. You know how it is. Anybody who has a pet out there, unless you like went to the pet store and like sought one out, you know, I feel like a lot of people, whenever it comes to pet ownership, they just kind of fall into your lap. They need you, right? The universe puts them in your presence at the right time. God puts them in front of you at the right time because they need you, man. I don't know. Maybe you need them too. But I'm getting on a whole different sentimental note here. All right, I don't know why, but again, I love my cats, man. I really do love my cats. I'm a dog person at heart, but damn it if these guys didn't soften me up to the cat world a little bit. People think cats are useless too, man. They're not. You got mice. You live out in an area. You've got a house on the ground floor. You got mice out in your field. You ain't gonna have mice in your house if you got cats, man. Get multiple cats. They are killers, man. I got a mouse graveyard outside. They're torn in half. They bring me little livers and pieces of brain. Crazy. They're killers, man. They're absolute killers. But I do love dogs. I do love dogs. Anyways, guys, we're getting. I'm going all over the place here, man. I don't know why, but let's get back to business. Okay, $3.28. Finding support at the 50 on the daily time frame. You look great. Stochastics are finding support at the 50 on the daily time frame. You look freaking fantastic. MACD, whatever. Who cares? 2 out of 3 ain't bad. 4-hour time frame, ridiculously bullish, right? We were talking about that crossing up to the zero line on the MACD there. If we're looking at this from a high to a low, you're getting above your 382. Next area to go to is 337 to 342. Maybe what you do is you find a little turbulence here, pull back to this area, find support, and then continue to rally. But over the days to come, by the end of this month, man, you should be, I think, at a lot higher prices. And you really don't even have to move back like this. XRP, when it runs, it just runs. And I think that I think that right now, you're at a point akin to like this right here, right? You've had your consolidation phase, you've had your fun, now you're about to move up. You've had your consolidation phase, you've had your fun, now you're about to move up. I think we are literally in the beginning phases of this next move up, and the targets to focus on would be anything from $3.86 to $4.15, if not there, then higher by the end of the month. Let alone as to what we've got coming into the end of August, let alone as to what we're going to by the end of this cycle. Crazy, crazy things are ahead, you guys. It's all starting here, and I think that, you know, we'll wake up. I mean, hell, man, tomorrow, whenever I make my next XRP video, I really wouldn't be surprised if, I mean, we could be at new all-time highs. We could be at new all-time highs by the time I make my next XRP video. If not there, then something that's probably 20 cents higher or more from here, right? We're going to have a nice little day today to start off the week. I've got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.